Welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm joined by
Jason
and Kelly, or not Kelly,
Eric. You know that you're half dwarf, right?
I think
what if I'm
Eric,
the Brad Pitt of dwarf kind?
Kelly, his wife, fucked it a lot.
What's up, guys? It's Steve. I had hair when I was younger.
Like, watch this, guys. I'm gonna totally make them do it. Oh!
What's up, guys? It's Steve with Hap Gaming, and welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I am joined by
Eric
Kelly.
and Rick.
Robert's here also. This week we watched Cobra, directed by George P. Cosmatos, written by Paula Gosling, and Sylvester Stallone, starring Sylvester Stallone, Bridget Nielsen, and Rennie Santoni. IMDb synopsis: a tough-on-crime street cop must protect the only surviving witness to a strange murderous cult with far-reaching plans. So, what'd you guys think?
I don't know how this wasn't more popular. This shit was cool.
Yeah, I never heard of it. Never saw a preview, nothing. No one talking about it. Dad didn't watch it. Nothing.
I
A lot of action
remember.
in it.
I remember seeing it on the shelf. I definitely watched it as a kid, but they never rented it. I think it was one of those ones I rented when I finally got like the ability to play it in my room. And I remember seeing it on the shelf the whole fucking time. And I was like, that's a cool fucking gun. I want to fucking watch that movie. And nobody ever wanted to watch the movie. So, but yeah.
The title, it needed a better title. Like Cobretti
Oh.
would have been a better title.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know, it was just a cool fucking movie. It definitely, you could see where the influence for, among other things, Last Action Hero stuff comes in here.
Yeah.
I was watching, I was like, man, that's definitely like, that's where Last Action Hero got that shit. That, that one right there.
Yeah.
So there's just, stuff in here. I was like, oh man, that's fucking hilarious.
Are you guys streaming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
And but yeah, I don't know. It was just a fucking cool movie. Just, I was waiting for like a scene on a roof where some killer pulls his kid off the fucking roof or some shit like that at some point.
Yeah.
So
That's not far away, is it?
no.
Had a lot of saxophone in the movie. So,
Yeah.
that made it,
Saxophone's fucking underrated.
I wanted you to say that.
It just is. They should do more of it. Like now they've got stupid music that I don't know. I guess somebody might like, but I don't like it. And if they mix some of the
Sticks are
stupid music
unbelievable.
with the saxophone, it'd be way better.
Yeah.
Because the other stuff sounds like nobody's actually playing the music. I don't know. I just like the saxophone.
Yeah, it needs to make a comeback. It was definitely big in the 80s and like early 90s. And it just kind of went away. Became like a meme with, oh, this is an 80s movie, so there's got to be saxophone kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, that's what happened. And it was fucking cool.
Bill Clinton used to play the saxophone
He did.
Because you watch a lot of action movies
in between the.
Yeah.
and other stuff.
Yeah, he did.
In the beginning,
plane trips.
yeah, in the beginning of the movie,
Islands in the Pacific.
in the beginning of the movie, when he encounters those the crew that's parked in a spot or like right there, and he like rips the guy's fucking shirt. Did you guys notice the microphone sitting on the guy's shirt?
Yes.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't
knew I
think
should have
so.
pointed it out.
Oh.
I was like, you can see the tape right there. I like how he just punked him out, and the guy's just like, all right.
Yeah.
I know.
And then after that, he's
Oh,
just like
yeah.
all super nice to him and shit. So
This was fine American cinema.
it
A
was.
great film.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering.
I totally remember what movie we're talking about.
I
Yeah.
figured you
Cobra.
wouldn't.
So I'm wondering why shopping at a supermarket makes you an inferior, weak human species. You know what I mean? Like, there's people out there, you're just like, oh, I'm here to buy some fucking steak and charcoal for my wife and kids to go barbecue. Oh, I guess that makes me weak. I guess I should be called. You know?
Well, they're cultists, Ricky. I mean, there's that one guy who thought that if you drink Kool-Aid, you get to go to heaven. There's another cult
You get
that
to
thinks
jump
that
on
you can meet Xenu or
spacecraft.
somebody.
Exactly. Yeah,
Hey.
I don't know. It's just like their whole premise of like, oh no, we're only killing the weak is just kind of like, no, you guys aren't. You guys are just killing people to kill people at this point. That's all you guys are doing. You're not a Darwinism cult.
That's the point,
You're
Ricky.
just
It's just an excuse.
you're just killing to kill.
He's just making an excuse.
The
Yeah.
Night
That's what
Slasher guy was
That's what
awesome.
happens when you say "fuck it, we ball" way too hard.
Yeah.
And all I'm saying is
Yeah.
I never thought that I was weak for shopping at a grocery store, but apparently I am. Apparently I need to be going out there
did.
killing fucking bears
I'm
with my
not
bare
gonna lie,
hands.
Ricky. I definitely did. I was like, Ricky is
Wiki.
weak because
Yeah.
he won't go out and fight bears hand to hand. I mean,
Yeah, I
to
know.
be fair, that guy was
To be
killing
fair.
people like totally one-on-one, and he managed to get Cobretti to not be able to shoot him, so he had to have a go at him.
Yeah.
So that fucking lady, holy shit, that stupid fucking turd ass cop who fucking
Oh yeah.
sold him out.
Yeah.
I'm like, that one was obvious, and I was like, fuck, at least he sees it. At least he's like, oh, she's definitely the bitch.
Yeah.
She fucking
both-
sold us out.
They're both like,
What's
I
that?
didn't never liked that bitch anyways. So,
Everybody's been there with somebody at least once.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, also like there's certain people out there like you can fairly accurately judge them by their cover. You know what I mean? Like you can look at it and be like, yeah, that's a fucking Karen if I've ever seen one. I don't need to talk to them to understand that that's a fucking Karen.
you're gonna be able to tell if
it's
they're gonna sell
called
you out to a death cult. Ricky?
God,
Physiognomy.
yeah.
It's an
It's called a
ancient science.
stereotype, and that's racist, Ricky.
So we look up at fucking Eric and he's got the Karen haircut on all of a sudden.
What are they called? Bobs? No.
Yeah,
it's
ankle.
something-
Like these. I don't know.
It's a bob, but I don't know what the like specific one for that is.
It's a haircut I'd never get.
Yeah.
The haircut's
Uh-huh.
called the manager. Actually, it's
Oh.
the
No, can I see your manager?
Yeah.
Oh,
Where's
There
the
you go.
fucking manager?
This guy was in he was Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat Annihilation. That's where I remember him from.
Makes sense.
Who's that?
That makes sense.
A Night Slasher guy.
Yeah.
Night Slasher was in the X-Files. He was the assassin.
He's in a lot of shit.
Right.
So
I know you've seen him in that because you like the X-Files, right?
I haven't watched a whole lot of them.
Yeah, I watched fucking Mortal Kombat,
Yeah.
but I never
I know
really
it's
watched
weird.
too much
I haven't watched a lot.
X-Files.
I've never seen Mortal Kombat, so
Yeah. No, I did watch the real life equivalent of Scary Door, which I forget what that was.
Twilight Zone?
Yeah, Twilight Zone. There it is. See,
Jesus Christ, Ricky.
I only remember the Futurama version of it.
Holy
Like-
shit.
I was like, but I did watch Twilight Zone a lot. Scary Door is a much better name.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's worked regularly like over the last fucking like 30 years. It's
He's a
like
fucking
bit parts
good
and things
actor.
like that. So
Yeah.
That's the doorman for Scary Door.
that's right.
Exactly.
He should have been in more shit.
He's in. He was in an episode of Next Generation.
Look at how
Well,
good
was
of
he
an
there?
orc he would have been.
Was he a Klingon?
His name is Second Officer Clag, so it's possible.
He was a Klingon.
They're like, this guy's awesome. We don't even have to put any shit on his face.
Ah,
Yeah.
He's already got it.
Worf's over there
looks
like,
like a
fuck this
Klingon."
guy.
Yeah.
He was also in Star Trek Generations. He did play Klingon in that one.
Told you.
Deep Space Nine. He played some fucking name. I don't know. 2 episodes in that one.
A Klingon.
Well, Deep Space Nine, maybe. Probably not though. He was probably a fucking Cardassian. Make him the
Ew.
We got a
biggest
whole
fucking.
planet of Kardashians now.
He's gonna be the biggest fucking Ferengi out there.
He's the
Um,
Brock Sampson of the Ferengis. I'll tell
Yeah.
you that much. Holy shit!
and nobody likes him though because he's got tiny ears. They make fun of him. Guys, don't make fun of me.
Do they not like tiny ears?
No, they like the ears are like their fucking erogenous zone, so they need like huge
Oh
fucking
yeah, the
ears.
Ferengi.
The
Yeah.
wax
Yeah.
coming out?
Oh yeah, man. They're
God.
fucking weird. He was also in Dragonheart. He played Brock. No fucking clue. It's been a long time since I watched Dragonheart. I have to watch that again.
Is that the one with Sean Connery where he's the
It
dragon?
is. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't remember him. He's probably one of that shitbag's henchmen.
probably.
He gets a lot of henchman roles. Plays a good henchman.
Yeah.
He's
The
got a good
fucking
henching face.
chase scene in this movie was awesome. All right, like he's driving that 1950s car around. He's got nitrous going in it. He actually totals the car, and I was
That
like,
wasn't even nitrous,
"Holy
dude. That was
shit."
just fucking moonshine he was just injecting into the fucking fuel line.
Doesn't matter. It said nitrous on it, so I'm just gonna take his word for it because he's Cabretti. All right. So
Damn it.
I was like, "This is fucking awesome."
He's over there going like, one shot for my motor, one shot for me.
Nah, he wouldn't be drinking, man.
Did he? Where he's like, "I'm gonna have to shoot this creep. Hold on, I'm gonna drink some beer."
Yeah, he was all about like eating healthy and all that shit. Remember? Making fun of the other
Yeah.
guy for eating snack food or like junk food and shit.
Yeah.
Steve, how much thinner would we have been if we had a guy like that around? Who wasn't fat?
A hell of a lot more if I listened to him, I guess. And it's fucking Stallone, so probably
I mean,
listen
if
to
he
him.
kept on me about it, I'd be like, fine, I'll just fucking asshole.
Just don't want to listen to it anymore, bro.
I mean, it might be nice if like somebody lets you know you're starting to get a little fat.
I didn't need
Like,
that.
yeah.
I knew that already. nothing changed that. I already knew that.
I had my moments where I didn't realize. You know, I don't really look at that in the mirror.
Yeah.
Just like, it's fine. Shit, my dad would call me fat before I was fat. I don't know what the hell that was about.
Did you guys know this was a rewrite of Beverly Hills Cop? That
No
Stallone.
shit.
Yeah, so Stallone was picked to play fuck me, Axel Foley, and so he didn't like the comedic stuff, so he rewrote the whole fucking movie, and it became this. And then the studio was like, "Nah, that's too expensive. We're not going to do that." And so they dropped him and went with Eddie Murphy, and they made Beverly Hills Cop, and then he got this one with some director he knew, and they put it together, and it became Cobra because he rewrote. He didn't think all the comedy and stuff like that was going to fit with him and the way the tone of the movie should have been. So he rewrote the whole fucking thing and made this movie instead. Well, I'm glad we got both of them. You know, so because I think back then though he was pretty serious actor. He wasn't doing the stuff he does now. He wasn't doing any comedy stuff or anything like that. It was all very serious shit. So there might be a little bit of like
what year was the one where it was what the fuck was that? I don't remember what that movie was called.
Which one? Beverly Hills
It was
Cop?
a Stallone movie where he was a cop and his
he was fat? That was in like the 90s.
He wasn't fat.
Okay, actually, there's been a lot of Stallone cop movies. Continue describing the movie.
Well, it was a comedy kind of movie.
Okay. You're talking about Don't Throw Mama Under the Train?
That might have been it.
Yeah, this is like 5 or I'm not sure what year that was. That was either like 89 or in the 90s. I don't remember.
Stop or my mom will shoot. 1992. 1992.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Yeah. Because then he did like Demolition Man. He did Judge Dredd. You know, fucking amazing movies.
We just watched Demolition Man today. I was like, I want to see that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I like this movie. I have no fucking idea how this didn't do better.
I don't.
It has
It probably
fight
wasn't
scenes. It has a
marketed
whole
well.
bunch of gratuitous value or violence, rather. And then just a lot
Gratuitous
of
values.
Gratuitous value.
In your
That's
I don't
face.
know
right.
what the fuck that was. This shit was awesome, though.
Fuck.
Like,
Yeah.
damn it. We got a hot foreign lady. That's always good. That's like right in the 80s playbook.
So apparently this thing, when they made it, there's a director's cut or something like that, or a cut that has like extra 30 to 40 minutes in it that it makes it an X-rated movie, which, you know.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. So I don't know what was there or whatever, because it's not necessarily like back then, it wasn't necessarily nudity that would get it X-rated. It would be if it was like just over the top violence, sometimes it would do it too, but it was probably nudity.
Wasn't he dating that gal?
Yeah.
Well,
They're married, I think.
they were married? How did he not end up with some fucking 6 foot tall kids out of that?
Sure, they were married.
Well, just because you're married doesn't mean you have kids. Right?
I think they did have a bunch of kids.
I mean, for God's sakes, Arnold Schwarzenegger just has a maid, and he got a 6 foot tall kid out of that.
That's true. That's
With
true. A
a
large
5.5
face
foot
boy.
tall
Damn
face.
it, you had to do it.
I had to get it. I had to get him to say it.
Uh-huh. I'm
It's
saying
a
if fucking
podcast tradition at this point.
yeah,
Yeah.
if fucking Arnie comes in town, man, hide your maids, man. He's just gonna go after them to fucking make a large face boy. He does. Can't control himself.
I went down a rabbit hole a couple weeks ago with Arnie and his kids and everything. And so the maid's son and his other son are like within a couple weeks apart. So that means he got his wife and the maid's son
The maid
maid
pregnant.
pregnantized
Yeah.
sometime, yes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh boy, okay.
Makes
Really
sense.
feeling good then.
Makes sense.
Maybe she bought him a really good pie with some cream fresh in it.
Cream fresh.
And he just couldn't resist it.
Yeah, he is notorious for fucking, his love for cream pies.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no shit.
Stallone and Nielsen did not have kids together. They're only married for 2 years, too. Yeah,
Huh.
Stallone's got like 5 kids, but I think it's with whatever,
Does it say what
Mm.
years they were married?
85 to 87.
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if because I was like, what year? Because I keep thinking Rocky was made before this. I don't remember. I think
Yeah,
it's-
Rocky was before this. It was in like the first one was like 70s.
No,
76.
Rocky 4. She's in
Oh.
Rocky 4.
I'm like,
did
This
they meet
one is a year before Cobra.
87.
Sorry,
Okay.
Rocky is a year before Cobra. Rocky 4.
What year is Rocky?
85.
Oh, so that was when maybe they were first doing that stuff after that. That would make sense because they do the movie first,
Yeah,
and then it has to get edited and shit.
yeah, and shit. took a
Yeah,
lot
because I
longer
had
back
this
then.
theory that Rocky was like, basically she's seen Dolph Lundgren and was like, what am I doing with this fucking guy?
What did she run off
I
with
mean-
Dolph Lundgren? Is that what
Are
happened?
you dissing Dolph Lundgren? Why?
Are you high? Obviously, I was dissing Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because back in the
Dolph
day, if I had to
Lundgren
choose
is
which
like-
one, I'd be choosing Dolph. So
Boy,
yeah,
I
I
think
choose him now.
Rocky
He's better looking
would
now
be a
almost.
better financial decision.
Yeah, probably. I'm pretty sure Dolph Lundgren throws it to anybody who says yes, too.
Damn it, dude.
Oh, I mean, look at him, wouldn't you? I'd be like, what am I going to say? No, it's their dream to have sex with me.
Oh my god.
Oh man, Kelly, you're
There
in
was-
luck. I'm not 6'5" with perfect hair and everything.
I'm in
And a
luck.
six-pack. Yeah, you're in luck.
Swear to God.
So like,
Yeah.
Dolph Lundgren's real name is Hans. Hans
What's that?
Lundgren. I said Dolph Lundgren's real name is Hans. I was stuttering, so I had to slow it down. Hans
Who-
Lundgren.
Hans Landa? Uh-oh.
Why wouldn't he just go by that
Hans
name?
Lundgren.
Where
I
did
don't know.
Dolph come from?
I don't know, because it's in quotation marks. Like it's not even his middle name or anything. So maybe it's got a nickname or something.
That's fucking weird.
I don't know. Google, what does the fucking hell? I can't speak.
It's about time someone else can't speak other than Steven.
No, it's always happening.
That happens to me on occasion. I know I've heard Ricky gear up to say a sentence for a while too. That happens to all of us.
The difference is, Eric, though, is that when you start stumbling, you just kind of just power through it and just continue to stumble and just trip and
Yeah.
fall over everything. And you're like, no,
I don't.
I made
care.
complete sense. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
If you can't understand me, that's
right.
your fucking problem.
Yeah, I understood what I said. So not my fucking problem.
So he
You can
took
ask
the
Kelly, she can
name.
stumble over her words. And
He
I
took
can
the name
still
Dolph
know what
because it
those
was a nickname that he got from a relative on his mom's side.
Who the hell calls a fucking kid Dolph? He's watching some
Well, I mean-
kid.
Well,
It's like,
You
hey,
know what
what's up,
that's short
Dolph?
for, Ricky?
It means like wolf.
Dolphin.
No, it's short for Adolf.
Rudolph and Adolf. That's what it's short for.
Yeah.
But it also means
What was
like,
a really common name when his aunt was born
yeah,
and alive?
yeah.
What was it? Starts with an A. It was that one.
And it
Is it
can
A? Is it
also mean
Adolf?
noble wolf.
Arnold.
So
Yeah, Arnold.
Damn it. Oh man.
Adam.
Adam.
Mhm. Andrew. Very common name.
Alan.
Yep.
Robert. Uh-oh.
Adeltrout.
The Babelfish.
Okay, I heard Fatal Trout, and I'm like, what the
No,
fuck are you
Adel.
talking
Deadly
about?
Adel.
that's the best rock band, Fatal Trout. Am I right? Yeah.
Damn it.
You're talking much. Leave it to me to fucking not hear anything anyone says correctly.
So you're not very good at that game Telephone, or you've never played it?
Fuck no. I will butcher anything anyone tells me, and it'll be completely off the fucking charts, and I'll be like, no, I repeated what they said perfectly. And then the last
Yeah.
thing what I just said, I'm like, I don't know, I forgot.
Yeah.
Thought's gone, dude. You can't bring it back, dude. Once it's there, it's gone.
Okay, so the stuff
Yeah.
that was removed was some like super gory death stuff. First murder victim
Nice.
having her hands severed. Extended autopsy scene, including lingering shots of naked, mutilated bodies. Long death for Ingrid's photographer, Dan, including a shot of him slipping on his own blood while trying to escape. More homicides of
I think they should have
townsfolk.
included that part in there just for
Just for
you
comedy.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's a comedic relief.
Yeah.
You know, we do like the slipping sound effect, you know? Exactly. You know what I'm talking about.
This lady was like death to any
Sorry.
security guard she encountered. Like like both the security guards she encounters, they fucking both get annihilated. The guy in the parking garage gets destroyed by the fucking the van, and then the one that she goes to at the factory, the what the fuck was it, the forge or whatever the fuck it was called? It's not a forge, it's something else.
Foundry.
That foundry, that's the word I was looking for. He gets fucking shot through the window. So she's like yelling at him. He's like, "What? I don't know what you're saying. Go away. You can't come in here." And he gets blasted. So, just stay away from her if you're
Like,
security
shut up!
guard.
There's some guy waving a gun at me back there. Woman, get out of the way! Oh
Yeah.
fuck! They got me. Well, I mean, they at least did their job.
Yeah.
You know, that was kind of nice. That one guy tried to save her. All he would have had to do is just walk like 6 or 7 feet, and then he wouldn't have got crushed by the van.
It's true.
So
He just stood his
it was
ground
like, "What are
like
you doing, bro?"
I mean, at the point, like even if he killed the driver, it wouldn't have mattered. It was still going to hit you, bro.
Oh,
Move out of the way.
Oh, I lost the hearing.
You lost the hearing. Eric, your wife's deaf.
Probably for the best
Really?
for him.
Yeah, she said she lost the hearing.
How the heck did I lose you guys?
nice.
Nice.
This is gonna be transformative.
Nice.
Nice.
All
Just
right,
say whatever the fuck I want.
figure this out.
She can't read lips either. So like,
Are
I'm
you
fine.
sure? Are you sure she's not just
Yeah,
faking
Oh,
that?
I'm
no, my
100% sure.
Can you hear us now? No?
I can't hear anything right now, and
No.
your video is frozen. What the hell?
Video's frozen? Oh, okay. Weird.
I can
Can
hear
turn
now.
that thing
You can
on
hear
and
again?
off
She can
No,
hear.
I didn't do anything.
Oh, all right.
I
Her shit
did
just
nothing.
must have just lagged. Probably is what it was.
Yeah. Like, okay, this is.
Oh, it might have.
No.
Anyways, I don't know what you're talking about. No, I can't read lips. That's all I heard. I knew it was about me, not someone else. That's all I knew. I cannot like. Once in a while, I'll be able to catch the line, but like he'll do it from afar. Like he can't come to me or something. You know, when we're in public or heck, even in the yard. I'm like, I can't read lips. Like I don't know why he keeps trying.
She can't. I semi can because my dad would just yell at you and say the same thing. Ask Robert about this. This is one of my dad's favorite moves. You know, Robert, where he would stand somewhere, there's no fucking way you could hear him, and then he would yell the exact same thing over and over again.
And then get mad at
Yeah,
you
well,
because you couldn't hear him?
He would also mumble shit and walk away.
There's that one
Mhm.
too.
So this
Like, that
movie
was
made
because-
$12 million opening weekend,
Jesus.
but it was considered a
good.
failure. So
You're making
Huh.
$12 million. It's not a failure. I don't give a fuck who you are, man.
it earned over
Back in-
160 million. I don't know budget yet. Let me see if I can find one. Made 160 million worldwide.
Yeah, that's not a
It
failure.
can't be more than that.
No. 1985?
Yeah.
Fucking Predator didn't cost that much to make. And that had fucking Jesse Ventura. He was a Navy SEAL.
Okay. So yeah, I don't see how they say it's a failure when it would cost 25 million to make. So you're looking at 50 million if they budget it like, or if they marketed it like, you know, usually it's, you know, whatever the budget is, you take that again for the marketing, and then it makes 160 million, so 110 million after all that shit. So yeah, it made a lot of money, and apparently it's still considered a failure.
It's probably because it didn't make it all in the in theaters.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, because it probably made a lot of it in like rentals and movie, you know, purchasing after
Oh,
the
but
fact.
I guess
stuff.
you said that was opening weekend, so yeah.
Well, it
who
made
knows?
12 million opening weekend, and then 160 million worldwide. And it says it's the second biggest for a film in 1986, trailing only Star Trek 4, Voyage Home, and somehow it's still a failure.
Why you failure?
So they were
What the
already
hell?
doing those weird fucking like, oh, this movie sucked, we're not doing this. What the fuck? Why would we do this thing? We could have had Cobra too, but no, executives didn't
Stallone
want
must
to do
have
it.
pissed someone off. That's what
possible.
happened, and they were bullshitting, being like, "This
He probably
movie's
wouldn't let somebody
trash."
touch his butt. I bet that's
I was
what
gonna
it
say
was.
he
Failure.
didn't go to the Diddy party.
Or
Yeah.
whatever the party was at the
Yeah.
time.
I wonder who do you guys think was throwing the Diddy parties back then?
Harvey
Rick James.
Weinstein and
I don't even know why I
Code.
said that.
Was
It
Weinstein
Rick
the
James.
dude at that time? I thought he was more
No.
the like 90s and
He's been a big
2000s.
shit for a long time. I don't know when he fucking. Well, he inherited the company from his parents. His parents made the company. I think. I
Possible it
want
was
to
one of his
say,
parents then. So it could have still been a Weinstein.
or I could be
Yeah.
thinking of someone else.
Oh, you guys, it was definitely Rick James.
Rick James.
Yeah.
James bitch.
Or Eddie Murphy. I mean, I bet it wasn't as depraved as fucking Diddy, though.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
What were they saying about
bad.
the Diddy part? I guess you can't talk about that on the stream, can you?
Some
I
of
mean,
it
I
you
don't
can't.
I don't have like I don't really have that much information on it, so I'm not
Well,
versed in the
Eric's
Diddy
over there
parties.
saying it's all depraved as shit, so he's got to know
Well,
something about it.
Okay, so here's some stuff I'm pretty sure I can say. Because I said it on the stream and Steven didn't get that mad. So at some point he was paying male prostitutes to plow his old lady. Then he would have the male prostitutes jizz on her. Then she would rub the jizz on him after the male prostitutes left.
That's so gross.
Yeah. And also he would have people pee on his old lady. Yeah, that's right. So
There was also
like,
supposedly
this guy-
shit with Kanye and Bieber as well, so shit happening to both
he
of those guys.
he
Kanye?
definitely did shit to fucking Bieber.
Yeah.
Like, I thought everybody just knew that was already a thing.
Yeah.
Supposedly he clapped fucking what's his name's cheeks too. Carl
Reginald
Winslow.
Reginald Veld Johnson.
Yeah.
Don't
And
bully his
I
good
also
name,
heard
just say
recently
Carl Winslow, because nobody will be sure who that is.
what's his
But
name?
we know.
Mustache Man. Steve
Steve
Harvey?
Harvey, yeah.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey gave him his daughter.
What do you mean? Gave him his
He just
daughter?
sent his daughter over to Diddy's kids, is what happened.
Oh, okay.
That's what Cat Williams said, and that guy doesn't lie about stuff for sure.
Wait,
Everyone thought he
how
was
old was
fucking
his
crazy,
daughter?
but then all the shit he's
18.
saying fucking turned out to be true.
Yeah, I know.
And what?
Well, it's
I'm
like
fucking
the what's the
They're the
fucking
same age, Robert.
what's the comedian
Actually, Diddy's
guy?
kids were in their 20s.
What's his name? Hold on.
Dave Chappelle.
What,
Nope.
Clive
White guy.
Davis?
White guy, British. Did the Oscars a bunch and then got kicked off of
Hugh
it because they
Grant.
didn't like him. Nope.
Ricky
Oh,
Gervais.
Ricky
Gervais.
Gervais, yeah.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
he had all, you know, he was talking about all this shit that was happening with Weinstein.
Oh no,
and
yeah,
stuff,
he was
and,
talking about, he was fucking calling out like fucking
and all these other celebrity
fucking
shit. So.
fucking what was the fucking dude who plays fucking Castaway and all that kind of shit like that
Tom
there.
Hanks.
Yeah, he was
Tom
fucking
Hanks.
calling. Yeah, he was fucking calling fucking Tom
Do you
Hanks
know
and
who
shit like
moved
that
out
out
of
during
the
the fucking
country?
Oscars, like just pissing him off. Like he gave
That's
zero
not related
fucks.
to anything, Eric. I'm sure he's
Yeah, it's
just an
definitely not
upstanding
related.
character.
Same with Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah.
Definitely not related.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, she fucking bounced country as soon as fucking this whole Diddy shit fucking started.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah,
So
Ricky wasn't reading lips at
that
the
was
time.
that was the context of the conversation, Ricky. I think Ricky sometimes waits to talk.
I do.
It isn't actually.
He has a
listening to
thing
anything
queued
anybody
up,
else says.
doesn't care what anybody
Yeah.
else is saying.
I'm kind of like a sim who already has his queue already met up. It doesn't matter
It's
if it's
called
in
an
this
NPC, Ricky,
if
and I
it's-
definitely wouldn't cop to that.
if it's in the my proper context. You see, but here's the thing though. You see, I willingly do this and embrace it.
I thought you said you were a simp, so I was like, what?
No, Ricky is
He's a-
definitely
he's a-
strictly
He's
anti-simp.
a simp for Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh,
No.
gross.
Yeah. Maybe he's a simp for Ellen DeGeneres' old lady.
The one that drove into the
Think he
house
was
and
good
burned?
looking. What? Portia?
Wasn't that the lady, or was that the different lady?
Ricky
you
likes it
remember that
well
one?
done.
Anne Heche?
No,
Oh, I was talking about Hayes. Yeah,
not really.
that's that one. Yeah.
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. As soon as you said her name, like, yep, yep.
And Hayes, was
Ash?
definitely
Fucking
No, not
SeaWorld?
Ash. Not Ash. SeaWorld,
Okay.
Sea Lab.
Sea Lab? Yeah.
SeaWorld.
Whatever.
Oh.
Ash
Are
would
you
work
talking
at
about
SeaWorld.
SeaWorld or See the World
Sea Lab.
Sea Lab
from the
2021.
off?
Oh, yeah.
All of you are fired.
Jesus
Doing a
Christ.
Kevin thing. He was
Mm.
well.
I don't know how in the fuck this, like, they've been. I mean, they were saying it to our faces. Oh yeah, they do this stuff, and everybody's like, no, they're not. They would never do that. They're celebrities. They're
I don't
definitely
think anyone was
well-adjusted
saying that.
people.
Everyone was like,
No,
"Yeah, of
not
course." That's
us.
what the casting
No,
said.
yeah.
Yeah, the
It was
news.
definitely media people who were saying that.
The media people go on there and talk about politicians like they're these upstanding bastions of honor and integrity, okay? And everyone in the world knows they're a bunch of lying scumbags.
Yeah.
Like, you
That's
can't take
true.
anything those people say seriously.
Especially fucking Al Gore trying to take credit for the internet.
Mm-hmm.
What a ridiculous asshole. They invented that shit in the 60s.
Oh, dude, I watched his climate change thing. Apparently, I'm underwater now since
You are.
2017. Yeah.
You are, man. It's don't worry, you just
I don't.
evolved into a merman without even realizing it.
Yeah, I
They don't have the
guess I don't
Coca-Cola
know.
factory there, Ricky.
Oh shit, okay.
What's
okay.
that?
It's a Futurama thing. The people in, was it
Oh.
Alabama or Georgia or whatever?
We're in
I
North
know it was
Carolina.
Atlanta.
We have
Atlanta.
Pepsi
Yeah.
was
Yeah, it was
invented
Atlanta.
here.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
the home of Pepsi, and the Wright brothers were just down the street
Okay,
when
then
they
yeah, so
invented
he's
the
got
aeroplane.
Pepsi fucking accelerating his fucking his evolution into a merman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just doesn't taste as good.
Pepsi and aeroplanes made by bicycle shop guys.
Yep.
Damn it.
That's fucking scary.
You're right over there?
If
Yeah,
we
I just almost threw my phone.
Oh.
Shit, this
Oh,
sounds like some dumb shit we would do if there was no airplanes, Eric, and we were running a bicycle shop. Well, there's
yeah,
gonna
you're
give us
not
money
wrong.
for inventing an airplane. Well, let's figure this shit out.
What's nuts is like how far we went in that, though, the 19th or 18th, was it the 20th century? The 20th century. How far we went in that. And then here we are in this one, and we don't have any RoboCop shit.
We have
Yeah.
We
those
have
fucking
nice TVs.
stupid robo dogs
Oh, God.
and porn on demand.
That is true. I feel like there'd be way less rapes in RoboCop land if they had Pornhub.
Be a lot less
Because
dicks
they
being
didn't even
shot
have
off.
the internet. Yeah. So
What the
many.
fuck is
Apparently, in
What the fuck is
Saudi
RoboCop
Arabia,
supposed to
they're
do? All right.
actually really good about that. Like, they don't have much crime committed there.
Yeah?
There's a
Yeah.
Cobra game that came out on the Commodore 64.
If you do those kind of
No
things or
way.
murders, they just chop your head off in front of the mosque after church. Like, they make everyone watch it.
All right. You've been a bad boy. It's time to take care of business. What? What?
Yeah. You've been a naughty boy. You're getting your head chopped
Yeah.
off after
Just
church.
the way you said it, it just made it sound like they're, he's like surprised.
I watched a guy talking about it. He was like, they'd like set up the little area they have outside the mosque, and then when everybody after the whatever they do in fucking mosques is done, I don't know. I don't know what they do. They'd come out, and then there'd be like it'd be roped off, and they'd like have a van, and they'd take the guy out, and then they'd chop his head off, and then
Jeez.
everyone would get to watch it.
That's
They'd
a
be like,
mood killer.
"Don't be doing no murderings or whatever the." Or non-consensual. I don't know if you're allowed to say the word.
Probably
No
I
not.
forgot
bad
about
touching.
that.
No bad touching or murderings
So
here.
yeah,
We're chopping this guy's head off.
there's a Commodore 64 Cobra game came out,
Yeah.
and it looks like a Contra style game, side scroller shooties.
Makes sense.
So it probably didn't do well at all, but yeah.
That's probably why it's a failure. The one
It
guy,
had to-
like,
Was
It has to
voiced
be
by
like a
Stallone?
No, they couldn't do voices on those. Come on, man. It has to. It does have like a pixel art of Stallone on the like splash screen when you load it up, though. It's probably some video game that they made in another country, like and then just reskinned it with Cobra and did whatever, like they did with fucking Super Mario 2 and shit like that. So
I would play the fuck out of a Rambo survival game.
yeah, why don't we have one of those?
Wouldn't that be awesome? Like where you're on the run from the police, and you got to make traps and take them out. Holy shit! This is like right up my alley. Damn it! I wish I wasn't so lazy. I could make that.
It's a Rambo board game.
What the fuck?
How?
I don't know.
How?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, there I am losing the internet again.
Brian Dennehy didn't like it. You're going to jail. He caught you. What? How'd that fat shit catch me in the fucking woods? You rolled a 9. You needed a 10, buddy.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't see anything. Like there's nothing, no Rambo games. I mean there were like, the side scrolly stuff from back in the day. Rambo's also in Mortal Kombat 11.
Why would you have Rambo in a Mortal Kombat?
Because they have everybody in a Mortal Kombat game, Ricky.
Yeah,
Do you
Predator's in
have
Mortal
fucking
Kombat,
Judi
one of
Dench
them.
in Mortal Kombat?
Yes.
Who's
No, M is not in there. The lady played M from the new
that? Oh,
James Bond movies.
I forgot.
See?
She's not a big action star. I'm talking like action stuff, Ricky.
Well, they don't have fucking Patrick Stewart in there.
That's not an action star either.
He's got action.
Sci-fi stuff, man.
I've seen him do action fucking stuff in this fucking Star Trek Wars. Pew
Star
pew.
Trek Wars.
We don't need to hear about your Rule 34 action over there, Ricky.
All right. Be fucking yucking on my yum. All right, man.
Nobody's yucking on your yum. We just don't need to hear it.
he's just laying there with his legs up in the air, and the lady's in front of him with a giant thing strapped to her.
He's just like engage.
Yeah.
Engage, number one.
Okay, so there was a Rambo game that came out on PS3. It's a single player one. No fucking clue what it's based on.
Based on Rambo.
Yeah, but which Rambo? Is it based on one of the Rambos that one of the movies, or is it like an in-between story?
Rambo.
He's just gonna say Rambo because he's not sure.
I'm positive it's based
Robert's-
on Rambo because that's the
Robert's
name.
seen all of the Rambos. I'm sure of that.
But how many times has he seen the Rambos?
Yeah, some of them I haven't seen that many times.
Exactly.
'Cause they
See?
weren't-
I've
less
seen
Quality.
one of the ones in the desert a whole bunch of times because they play that motherfucker a lot when we were kids.
Okay, do you guys remember those arcade games where you'd have the gun and then it's basically on rails and you just kind of like stand
Yep.
there, you push the pedal like
Yep.
get out of cover, and it's that. It's one of those for PS3, and it's just a on rails shooter
Okay.
that you just right now you're shooting like what looks like Texas cops and stuff. Because they're all wearing cowboy hats.
Nice.
Yeah, you gotta be careful of them fucking cowboys, man. They'll fucking get you, dude. They'll sneak up behind you and try fucking branding you.
And he's got a fucking big ass light machine gun that he's just blasting the fuck. And he's shooting everybody in the dick too, which is fucking hilarious.
Well, I mean, it's, as it should be,
And when he does it,
Is
the
this a
thing that-
sign from Steve? Steve, you might have traveled back in time.
it's possible. The thing, it also, when you shoot the guys in the dick, it says disarmed. You get
Nice.
negative points when you keep shooting them and killing them. It just says cop killer. So like he's shooting them in the dicks to stop them from shooting at him, but he doesn't want to kill them. So he's just like dick shots all over the place. Apparently.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
one way of taking care
So
of that.
in the Marine Corps, they teach you to do that to immobilize the target because if you shoot them in the pelvis, it will explode their pelvis and they won't be able to run around anymore.
Yeah. It's going to demoralize
And then
people
they'll
too.
and then they'll bleed out in like 5 seconds, so they'll still be dead.
Exactly.
But I shot to to immobilize, all right? That's what it was.
Yeah. Well, the point is to make them so they're like not doing anything,
Yeah.
and when they fucking, their bottom half crumples like fucking like old laundry, it kind of gums up the works on them whole like trying to get you,
It's
you know what I
fucking
Yeah.
mean?
weird. Like it's a weird ass game to come out 11 years ago on a console.
Shoot him in the dick, disarmed. It's like
They're
fucking
like, well,
pelvis
we don't have any
exploded,
prospects of
crippled.
putting this game out in an arcade, so let's put it on the PlayStation. See what happens.
I mean, it makes sense to me.
Yeah. So
That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
It was just like, yep, we'll put that out.
Well, I
I
mean,
don't-
they made a lot of fucking weird games, and honestly, a lot of those old games there were made intentionally way too fucking difficult, so that way you couldn't beat it, so you would keep renting the game, trying to beat it.
And that's
Yeah.
why arcade games are
Oh.
hard too. So you keep pumping quarters into it.
Yeah, like they made them just way harder than what they were originally intended to be, so you just keep on fucking,
That's what they could have an
Doing
arcade
it.
game, call it Pumping Quarters, and
Yeah.
you could be like a nerdy guy, and the objective of the game is to get your girlfriend to come, and you just keep trying and nothing works. And her name is Quarters.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, geez,
I
Robert.
think they realized once the fighting game stuff like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat came out, they're like, oh shit, we can double our money and just people will keep playing these fucking games over and over and over. Cause I think that was like that's why we got so many fucking fighting games after those two. So I don't think we had a whole lot of them before that.
I mean, other than fucking Knockout on the fucking, Nintendo.
Yeah, but it wasn't an
King
arcade
of
game.
Fighters. It was Street Fighters and King of Fighters, and then you had the Tekkens.
Yeah,
and then,
when did those Tekkens come out though? Was that after like Mortal Kombat and
those
shit?
might have been consoles. Mortal Kombat's, yeah.
River City Rumble was kind of a fighting game.
Oh,
A little bit
Or
different,
what?
but
River City Ransom.
that's it. That's what it was.
That shit was fun as fuck. I don't even know, like,
Remember
we played that
one
at
of us
Grandma
figured
and
out how to
Grandpa's,
throw the
didn't we?
bar? Yeah. We figured out
Yeah.
how to throw that bar and then make the eyeballs pop out of the bad guys.
Yeah, just laughing our asses off.
And then Uncle Oli, our uncle would pick up the other controller and start making him move. And then like we'd get our ass kicked by the NPC, but we thought he was doing it. I'm like, quit fucking ruining our go here. What are you doing? He was just distracting us is all he was doing. Somehow I didn't notice that. I bet Robert knew the whole time. He's like, this is
I don't
fucking
even
Kelly
remember
Harris
that
doesn't
part.
know. Yeah?
I remember getting in BB gun fights with Uncle Oli out in the woods.
yeah, that was that gaming part was before Robert became self-aware.
It's really weird. It's almost like Robert's hard drive just starts like after 7 or something. I don't know.
I just go on fucking drift mode, and it's just like we're not committing
Yeah.
to memory.
Yeah, he's just yeah.
Like I remember fucking getting eucalyptus logs so we could go cut up firewood. And I remember eucalyptus is like splitting fucking concrete.
Yes, it is. That shit's awful.
It's just-
So our uncle, remember? So my uncle and my dad yarded, which is like where you take a machine that can pull really hard, you hook cables to it, and then chokers to that.
Yeah.
And then you hook the chokers to the logs and drag them up the hill, right? You do it in places you can't, like drive a skid or two or something. Anyway, so he's like, I'm going to use this cable I have, and we're going to pull logs out of the woods with the truck. And I'm like, oh, this makes sense. Like he knew what he was doing. Fast forward 20 minutes. He's getting like it was tagline. So he has like 2 miles of it. Anyways, so he gets this like 500-foot run at it with his pickup and then just rips my grandpa's bumper off. He gets out, looks at the bumper, goes, well, pack her in. We're done for today. That was it. It wasn't like, oh shit. It wasn't. I was like, pack it in. He
Nice.
just drove off. Yeah, I ripped the bumper off. I think we might have told on him. Because like we did. I mean, what are you gonna do? Lie about it? Like I didn't consider that an option. You
Yeah.
know?
Well, especially when you're not the one that's at fault. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah,
We used to get whooped for lying a lot, so
yeah,
that wasn't, if you could avoid it, you don't do that.
yeah. That is true. We also didn't snitch for no reason either.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of snitching is like
Well,
I want to
we
get at this motherfucker because I
we'd
can't
get whooped
normally
for
get him.
snitching too.
Yeah. But it was so funny. I don't think any of us like even realized it would be a problem because it was pretty funny. And to our mind, he did it in the line of duty. So like,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
Duty.
It was just an accident at work.
Yeah,
Nobody got
got a
hurt.
whoopsie. Yeah.
Just a whoopsie.
It
All right.
was technically a whoopsie.
What rating do you guys give this movie?
This is a 4-star movie at least.
I say 3-star.
I'll give it 2-star.
Pretty
Not
good
that
from
great.
Ricky.
It's not that great.
Yeah.
It's also not the biggest steaming pile of shit I've ever seen.
4 stars for me. Robert.
All like 6.5 feet of Bridget Nielsen. Do you need to do your teeth?
Next week's movie is Kelly's choice. What are you gonna choose?
I'm choosing Rat Race.
Rat Race?
Race.
Yeah.
Rat
Learn how to spell. I
Race.
put race race.
2001 movie. Race Race.
Yeah, Race
Yeah.
Race.
What I put?
Uh-huh. It's a race of the races.
No, I'm not doing that.
The Rat Race 2001.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. Las Vegas
Is that
Casino.
the one where the rat is the French chef?
Imaginate.
That's Ratatouille.
Determined to find a new venue for wagering sets up a race for money.
Man, I think I've only watched this movie
With
once.
Breckenmeyer,
Yeah,
Amy
Breckenmeyer,
Smart,
yep.
and Whoopi Goldberg.
that's right. All right. So next week we will be talking about the movie Rat Race over on youtube.com/Heroic Image Productions at 7:00 p.m. Pacific time Sunday. And then next Tuesday, Wednesday, we're playing some video games over on youtube.com/Plays and twitch.tv/Plays around 7:00 p.m. Pacific time. Both of those as well. That'll be it, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next week.
See ya.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Bye.